There is a truth, so simple yet so powerful, that the monks who lived in silence and stillness guarded it for generations. They didn't hide it out of selfishness. They hid it because the world wasn't ready. But perhaps you are. You see, most people don't live. They exist. We rush from one task to another, chasing things we think will bring us happiness. More money, more praise, more followers. But the monks knew something we've forgotten. Time is not something you spend. It is something you live. When I was young, I traveled to a monastery deep in the mountains of Bhutan. I was chasing something. Peace, maybe, or answers. One day, while sweeping the temple floor, I asked the head monk, "How do I stop wasting my life?" He smiled and said, "You are not wasting life. You are wasting attention." That struck me. Attention, your focus, your energy, your presence. That's your true currency. Wherever it flows, life grows. But most of us give it away for free, to distractions, to fear, to regret. We live in a world full of noise, but the monks, they live in silence. And in that silence, they heard a truth. Your life becomes what you repeatedly do in stillness. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you were still? Not scrolling, not worrying, just being. Stillness is not laziness. It is awareness. In that stillness, you meet yourself, the self you've been too busy to listen to. In that monastery, I learned to practice. Each morning before the sun rises, sit with yourself and ask just one question. If today were my last day, how would I live? Not out of fear, but out of clarity. Clarity is what unlocks your potential, because when you see clearly, you act intentionally. You stop living on autopilot. You begin to choose your thoughts, your words, your energy. The monks taught me that discipline is not punishment. It is devotion. Devotion to a life that matters. And a meaningful life isn't built in grand moments. It's built in quiet, mindful choices made over and over again. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. What you do today shapes who you become tomorrow. Not the big things, but the small ones. The 5 minutes you spend breathing instead of scrolling. The choice to listen instead of react. The decision to speak from compassion instead of ego. You don't need to go to a monastery to unlock your potential. You simply need to remember what the monks remembered. Life is not outside of you. It begins within. So take a breath, bring your attention home, and start living like it actually matters. Because it does, and so do you.